Hey everyone, sorry about the terrible lighting. I don't know what to do. The lighting these days is just not very good. Okay, that helps a bit. No, it doesn't. Okay, anyway, this is basically going to be a video on self-expression and accompanied confidence. I get a lot of questions from people asking, how do you get the confidence to go out and dress in, all black and spikes and red makeup, shave off your eyebrows and all of that stuff, and, not worry about what people think or what people might say. And basically, I've always been like a little bit different, I guess, to everyone. Like, even as a kid, I never really agreed with following the crowd because it's just what everyone else is doing. I mean, it's fine if you're into things that are mainstream or whatever. I'm trying to not sound pretentious. But the point is, I've always been myself and I've never really cared about what other people think about that and whether I'm living up to their standards or not, because the thing is that it's my life, not theirs. They get to live their life how they want because it's theirs, but they can't tell me how to live my life because my life is mine. I make the decisions, not some outsider who doesn't agree with them, because that's really their problem. And if you don't live your life the way that you would want to, like if you held back yourself, you're the one that's going to have to live with that. You're the one who has to live with yourself and be there when you fall asleep and when you wake up and every time in between. You are always there. The people around you, they're not. You have been with yourself ever since you were born, and you'll continue to be with yourself when you die. And you're the one who has to, put up with yourself. So if you're going to live to other people's expectations, then who are you really? Are you getting the idea? If people don't like the way that you look or anything else, sexual orientation, religion, lack of religion, gender, whatever, that's their problem, because this is your life. It's yours. No one else's. No one else should get to say what you get to do in your life because it is your life. End of story. Your life, your choice. Really. People have a problem with that? Well, it's not like they're attached to you. I mean, like literally attached. They don't live with you. They don't know what you've been through, what you've done, how you think or how you feel or anything. They're just someone looking in. Not even that. They're just another person. And if you're going to let one person or even multiple people get to you, well, who are you really living for? The other part is, I know it's a really, annoying thing to say these days because of how much it's like spread over the internet, but YOLO, really. You only live once. You only get this one chance to be yourself and express yourself for who you are and live your life. If you're going to live other people's lives because you're living up to their expectations rather than your own, then you're not really living for yourself. Like when the end comes, you're not going to think, wow, that was so fantastic. You'll think like, oh, that wasn't actually that great. I didn't live the way I really wanted to. That's how I see it anyway. I know it's easier said than done, but don't let people get to you because you're you. And Joji said you are born who you're supposed to be. Don't try and erase yourself for someone else because it's not worth it. It's never worth it. It's more satisfying to be yourself and be happy with yourself, even if everyone else frowns upon it, than to live by someone else's expectations and be someone that you're not to make everyone else happy. And the thing is, no matter what you do, you're not going to make people happy. You can try your hardest to make someone happy and live up to their expectations, but it will never be enough. Never. So there's no point in even trying. You may as well just be yourself because you're not going to please them anyway. Just be yourself. Don't be afraid. I know it's easier said than done, but really, there's nothing to be afraid of. Sounds kind of harsh, but they're just words. And especially if they're from strangers. They're just someone walking in and out of your life. They don't actually mean anything. I know that if it's like a family member or something, I know it's hurtful if they don't like the way you dress or think or act or whatever, but if they love you, then they'll accept you for who you are. And I had to learn that myself too. My grandmother was Jehovah's Witness, and my grandfather, he may as well have been a Jehovah's Witness because he pretty much had the same views. And when I started expressing myself the way I wanted to, they hated it. They wrote a huge email to my parents about it, saying, oh, you know, she's in danger, she's not attractive, blah 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 blah. They didn't like it at all. And so I just said, oh, okay, well, surely they love me for who I am, not the way that I dress. So I just broke it off with them. I never spoke to them again. So I know it's probably not that easy to just break it off with someone. It was for me because I was kind of close to my grandparents, but I never really agreed with their views, and I did often find them to be very oppressing. And I've been a lot happier since I've let go of them. I've given myself permission to be myself because I felt like I couldn't in front of them, and then the time that I did, it proved to me that they loved me, but it was conditional, because they only loved me for, I guess, the way I dressed, because as soon as I started dressing differently, I was still the same person. I was still me. I was just in different clothes, and they didn't get that. They didn't like it, so I let them go. And I know it's hard, but really, if your family or your friends really love you, they won't care about the way you look or what your sexuality is or your religion or anything. As long as it isn't hurting anyone, I see nothing wrong in it. Be yourself. Thank you for watching.